Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
Here we are on our first show in November, and I'm wearing shorts because it's like 70 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's a nice day. I hear. I've been locked in the store all day, but I hear it's nice.
Luis Steve.
Yeah. Set me free. Why don't you please?
We're here to talk about an interesting beer style that I talked to Adam Ross of Twin Span Brewing on Basic Brewing Radio a few weeks back. And he introduced us to this beer. It's called Dampf beer, which in German, as I understand it, means steam beer. And it is sort of a wheatish barley beer. It's a barley beer that is fermented with wheat yeast. So it'll be interesting to see how this turned out. And now in Adams, he used a Pilsner malt, but he said that he'd wished that he'd used a darker malt to give kind of more of a rustic character to the beer. So I said, okay, well, I'll use the darker malt and we'll see how it comes out. So here's how it went. Into 8 gallons or 30 liters of water at 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 C, I put 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms of 10 Lovibond Munich and 1 pound or 450 grams of 20 Lovibond Munich, and I rested that at 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 C for 90 minutes. And then after I collected my wort, I put in 1 ounce or 28 grams of Hallertauer Mittelfrüh at 4.2% alpha acid at the beginning of a 60-minute boil. At the end of that 60-minute boil, I collected my wort into a no-chill container, chilled it overnight, and then the next day I transferred into a fermenter and pitched Imperial G01 Stefan, which is a Hefeweizen yeast. And it fermented very well and started out at 1052, final gravity 1010 for an ABV of 5.6%. So super easy recipe, super easy beer, but let's see what you think about it, Steve.
Well, while you were busy talking, I was drinking, and it's got that wheat beer wang. It's got those little estery banana overtones that make you feel like you're drinking a wheat beer, but it's a little richer, or a little Richard. Either way. And it's beautiful. It's a really pretty beer. So yeah, it's great. It is a simple beer. It's malty. There's not a whole lot of background. A whole lot of hop character to it, but there shouldn't be.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, you think that the that wheat character or that banana and clovey kind of character comes from wheat, but it doesn't. I've heard, and Adam may have said this, that there's more ferulic acid in barley than in wheat, actually. So you can actually get a Hefeweizen tasting barley beer. You don't have to have the wheat. Now in this one, and it may be because of the darker malts, to me the banana and clovey kind of characters, they're not overpowering. It's not like banana bread. But they're definitely there. There's definitely that fruity character that is a really nice balance, my favorite word, which makes this a really a drinkable, super drinkable beer.
I think it's really rich. It's a little bit. It's kind of weird. I mean, I don't mean weird in a bad way. It's weird, like I don't expect it. It's unexpected flavors. So I'm getting those, like you say, those. Hefeweizen or Weizen, no, Hefe, not Hefe. I'm getting my German mixed up. I'm getting the with yeast flavors, but I'm getting that rich caramel barley flavor as well out of this beer. It's really it's very unique and could drink a lot of this. This is a really drinkable beer.
Now, to me,
Sometimes your experiment beers I really like, but it's like, okay, that's all I want because it's like 9% and really, really heavy. This is a really nice beer.
yeah, it's super drinkable, and it does taste to me kind of like it does remind me of a farmhouse beer, and apparently this is kind of from a farmhouse style, and I think the story behind it is that there were German farmers who didn't have access to wheat, but did have access to the wheat beer yeast, and so therefore they used barley to make their beers, and this is what they came out with.
Well, you brew with what you got, right?
Yeah, yeah. You go with what you got.
With what you got, huh? Well, it's great. I like it a lot. I might like it if it was just a little bit lighter. The malt's a little heavy for me, so I want it to be a little bit lighter in body, just a little bit.
I could see that.
And then I could drink a lot more of it. It's a little rich. It's a little bit like candy. I mean, and so as much as I like candy, I can only eat so much of it. So I want candy that doesn't have as many calories.
Yeah, I'd like to try it again with a lighter malt, maybe a Pilsner, like Adam did. But this I think is real tasty. So
It's real tasty.
So give it a shot.
Good job. So this is the Dampf beer.
Dampf beer.
Dampf beer.
Gesundheit.
There's a million jokes, but I'm not going to go to any of them. You just have to make up your own.
And send them
Give me
in.
credit. And send them in.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy brewing.
Come and visit us online. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs and our Brewer's Logbook, where you can track and log up to 50 batches of beer. If you're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, stop by Steve's Brew Shop or find him online at stevesbrewshop.com.
This would be a good holiday beer.
That's a great holiday beer. In fact, yeah, be a great holiday beer. Just a tiniest little bit of nutmeg. Scary to death on Christmas morning.